Hello guys, we are back with our next part about order blocks. We had stopped on breaker block. Now we are on the mitigation order block. Okay, mitigation order block. Remember we said is an order block that failed to hold price either in a bullish market or in a bearish market. Okay, so we mark this one as our mitigation order block. Okay, the market will come and test it and change the statement from bullish to bearish. Okay, so this is bullish market because it was making higher highs and the lower highs. Okay, this is our bullish market. Now when we go in a bearish market, the market was in a downward trend. Okay, like this, making higher lows and the lower lows. Okay, now instead of the market making a new lower low, instead of the market making the new lower low, instead of the market making a new lower low, it makes a new higher high. You get, this one becomes a new higher high. Okay, as you can see guys, that the market it was making break of structures. Okay, it was making a break of structures in a downward movement. Okay, now here it changed the sentiment from bearish to bullish. Instead of making a new lower low, it made a new higher high. This one. Okay, it makes a new higher high. Now we mark this candle as our mitigation order block, like this. Okay, then we will expect the market to come and mitigate this mitigation order block to continue upwards. Okay, like this. So guys, these are the order blocks that I usually use in the market, most especially using gold. I usually trade gold and Euro USD, USJPY, and the GBP USD. Those are my favorite pairs that I trade. Okay, so in the next part, I'm going to show you how I use them in the car in the market. In the market using entry confirmations to place trades. By the way, let me first show you how to enter the market using the different types of entries. The entries I have, or the entries I usually use, I have risk entry. Okay, you have risk entry, you have confirmation entry. Okay, this confirmation entry, sometimes I call it flip entry, model. Of course, those other blocks that I have shown you is where I pick my entry setup. Because when the market taps on those order blocks, either it fills the order block, I wait for the confirmation that I'm going to show you here. Now, like that's the, for example, I go, for example, my daily bias. I first go to the daily time frame. I first go to the daily time frame. After daily time frame, I go to 4 hour. Then on the 4 hour is where I mark my structures. Okay. When I see the market on a daily time frame is bullish, I go to the day 4 hour time frame as my medium time frame to mark structures. Okay, break of structures. I mark my order blocks. I mark my fair value gaps, and wait for the market to come on my point of interest. Okay, now on the 4 hour, when the market comes on my point of interest on the 4 hour, I go to the 15 minute as my lower time frame to place entries. Okay, okay. Now for example, my market on the daily time frame was bullish. On the 4 hour, I mark my structures. Okay, hope this is an example. Hope I have marked this one on the 4 hour that have marked break of structure, and I found another break of structure. Okay, so what I do as a smart money trade, as a smart money concept trader, when I see this setup or this trend that the market is making higher highs and lower lows, breaking structures, I got the current trend. This current trend that the market at first give this higher low and give me this higher high. Now the origin that caused this new higher high is where I look my order block or point of interest. Okay, I mark this one as my point of interest. Okay, Before marking this one as my point of interest, I first look, does this point of interest has liquidity? Does it have order block? Does it have fair value gap? Is there any reason that the market could come back and retest on this point of interest and go up and continue in this direction since the market is bullish? Those things that those things I consider them most. Remember, in the smart money concept, you have to consider several things, all factors that can make you to place a trade. We have liquidity. Under liquidity, we have several types of liquidities. We have external liquidity, we have internal liquidity, and those internal and external liquidities. The external liquidity where we have higher highs, lower lows, lower highs, okay, and internal liquidities. And those internal liquidities where we have equal highs, where we have order blocks, where we have failure value gap, trend liquidity, all those I have to consider them. Now, for example, if I had formed the market is like this in the bullish market, wait, I had found the market is like this. Okay, let me leave. I'll talk it in the next part. Now, when I find like this setup, I wait my market to come and tap on this order block to give me this move as my point of entry. Okay, I place here my stop loss and I target this higher high. Okay, to be a stop loss below this market, below this lower high. Of course, the market will not come straight like this. Will not come straight like this. Okay. In the four, when you go, when this is the 4 hour, okay, when this is the 4 hour, the market, and you see this one is like this. But when you go in the 15-minute time frame, the market, you will find it this making new higher highs, new higher lows, okay, like this, okay, to be like this. Hope you understand, guys. Now, this is part one of entry or my daily bias. Hope guys I find you in the next video where I'm going to talk about the liquidities, where I'm going to talk about the entry confirmations,